Good morning, guys. Okay. Um, I want to chat for a minute about some things that are coming to me. There's a really strong pull of remembering who you are and what you really want to do while you're here. And there were a lot of different songs. And the thing is, y'all, at least for me thus far, it's still every day, like with letting go of energy, lower vibrational energies, and like the fight with the devil, essentially. And I mean, it's not like I wake up every day feeling fear or feeling tired or like feeling sad or like it's not, but it probably at some point during the day it hits me. And so, but I wanted to say that like, there's so much about the physical world that's an addiction, like even drama. And I don't know if we get it, like if it still continues to be this daily thing that you're like trying to get it out of your system or just trying not to attach to it. But I imagine to a degree it does. Like you may still wake up with fear or anger or whatever it is. And what's also coming to me is that as far as I've seen, it's like this other energy, this quote devil energy has a lot of power. So it's like, it's still like when you become more sensitive, it's almost hard. It's not harder to get pulled by it, but it's like, I don't know. I think and I hope that there's a transition point where it's like your heart is so much stronger that it's like it doesn't affect it. You don't feel pulled by it. So I guess the point of this is that that's why probably this is coming to me, is that it's like remember who you are and what you stand for, because truly, like, we're all on individual paths, and whenever anybody else is trying to pull you into their life or their story, that's wrong. Like, anything that's not freedom, anything that's not giving someone freedom, to me is not from a place of love. And there's a lot of empowerment cards out here. We had Queen of Wands. I really resonate with her. If that resonates for you, that creative kind of fiery energy. We have the Empress, and we have the Strength card, and we have the Hierophant. So for whoever this resonates for, you're rocking your shit right now, okay? And the difference that I've seen is that truly we're meant to serve. But that continues to be a very hard job because this world is still very physical. And so it's like, okay, but I don't have all this money to do all these things. And I'm trying to live as simply as possible, but I'm still not doing X, Y, Z and this sort of thing. So it's like, it's this game of patience and gratitude. Hold on, baby. He's feeling a mess today too. But another thing that came to me today is that it's like, whenever I get caught up in the physical, like the drama, hey, you're going to have to go if you can't stay in your space. Okay. Is that it takes away from my happiness. It takes away from joy. And that's what they said to me today when I walked outside, and I just took some breaths and looked at the trees to try to release the whatever stress energies I was feeling. And they're like, joy. And then I smiled, and then it's like, so what do they say? Like, joy, your joy is yours, is what came to me. And, so you have to keep choosing you. You have to keep choosing God. You have to keep choosing your heart. Sit down. And I already have all of these responsibilities, you know, so I guess this is just for whoever it resonates for, that it continues to be a daily battle. And, but put your legs down. I'm going to wrap it up.
Mama.
Okay. So there's a pull of remembering who you are, and that following your heart and following your joy is, and being of service, and in whatever way that you want to do that. And unfortunately, you're going to have to deal with people who don't like that, or energies trying to pull you down. And that's, I guess, that's that whole, like, continues to strengthen our heart, because we live in a physical world that's always trying to pull us out of our place. So there's going to be some days that are harder. And but yeah, the cards are affirming that you're in your power, and pull on your strength if you need to. And it's an unfolding of this whole remembering who you are too. Like, I woke up to that today. If it's like you're still becoming who you are every day. Like, you're still, you know, and that's why it's like, I don't ever want to be in a relationship with someone who can't hold that space. And I know that's crazy, but it's like, control, as soon as we start to fall into control, is the opposite of love. So, because that's from a place of fear. And that's not the same as like, this is my person and claiming them. Like, that's fine, but and choosing each other, but once you want to, like, once we fall into control, it's like we fall right back down. So we have the Sun reversed, clarified by the Knight of Pentacles and the Hanged Man reversed. So that's giving me that it could be something that you're not surrendering to, or that's also, that card also means like enlightenment. So there's something that could have happened that you could understand why you're not feeling like the Sun. We're people of the Sun, you know, like that came to me still when I was like, because I always want to like sit, and there's like one little sunny spot, and I always want to sit in that, especially in the winter. The winters are hard, I think, for us in multiple ways, but especially like the lack of sunlight and warmth. And I sat in that little spot, and it was like, we kind of are here to worship the sun. Like, I mean, like, couldn't be here without the sun, you know? And so that always makes me think of like all of like nature and life, and how that's the beauty that like we're meant to appreciate, you know, and not this trying to attach everything to something physical. I know that that's physical too. I don't know. Okay. I'm feeling like, for some reason, it's always like my sacral. There's a lot of themes with roses and flowers in this one. We had like a lot of cards with flowers. There's something there's always something to celebrate. You're feeling like a lack of support. You don't know where your support is, the Three of Pentacles reversed, but they reminded me that it's like, we're always here as your support. If you can just remember that the drama, like, we're meant to enjoy it, I believe, like, because we're here in it, but it's like letting ourselves get attached to the stories, or get caught up in the gossip, or like think that we can talk about other people and like put them down, and all of that part about it, I think, is like when we get pulled astray, we get pulled around by it. And there's like, we love to like congregate in these things. Like, that was like, we feel this need to like have that familiarity with the people around you. And it is hard doing things alone and being solo. Like, but that's why I taught you learn, like, through learning meditation and like whatever it is, or speaking to your guides, like that they become like your friends, kind of, because it's like they're always supportive, whereas like we as humans have our own issues, and so we have a hard time supporting each other sometimes. Like that's why it's to me, it's so worth it, and to follow your heart and to follow your inner guidance, even if you have to wade through all of the dark emotions and the uncertainties, because that devil energy, the physical world, just makes us so sick. And it's a choice. And I just think it's really beautiful when we can detach and just appreciate everything and appreciate moment to moment. That's another thing that came to me today, and I'm going to end it here, is that sometimes it's scary and daunting, just the fact that I'm like, I feel like every time I overthink, I'm trying to like let that go, because it's like, especially with the child too, you know, it's hard, like, not making all these plans for the future, but it's like, we truly are living moment to moment, and we know that the future is unknown. And that helps you to appreciate everything and come back to the present. It was when you kind of like, you're taking it day by day. It's kind of like, and they gave me the analogy of like laying one brick at a time, instead of like putting a bunch of bricks, like getting all, I don't know what the analogy would be, like doing everything ahead of time. I can't think of that. Like putting the house together too quickly and then it's falling apart or something. So, because you're letting information come to you, you're letting downloads come to you, and staying patient through the process, that Knight of Pentacles energy. Okay, I've got to get back to him. I can't think of anything more empowering to bring, but just trust yourself. You are your own decision maker, and you're the creator of your life, and just come back to that whatever grounded space you need to, if you're feeling thrown around. Because I don't think as long as we're here, I would think we have to deal with the devil energy, like one way or another. So the more that you move away from it, the more you can just recognize it for what it is, and it doesn't like, it's not as enticing or as like daunting, or it doesn't feel as powerful. All right, that's what I've got today, guys. I hope that helps somebody. I love you.